Hey everybody, you see where we are? Back in the kitchen. Let's cook. Welcome to Spa Center. Talk to me. Eventful week. Eventful, what's today?
Hey.
Thursday? Eventful couple of days, honestly. Yeah.
Hey,
this feel good, man. This feel good.
I told him, I told him I was done, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I told you I was done.
Yeah, but I knew you were lying.
Listen,
Before we go there.
All right.
Because that's the cherry on the top.
All right.
Beautiful way to end this video, but let's start with somebody who, if they look at what took place last Saturday and how people have been treating them for the last couple of days, it's a blessing to them. I feel like, regardless of what you think about how Devin Haney won or lost that fight.
Well, let's just say what happens. Let's just say what you saw happen. I'll say what I saw happen. Let's just say what happened.
But
even though people aren't living under a rock, but
right, because it's the most talked about thing associated with Devin Haney ever since he been a pro. So what I'm saying is, before we get to what we believe happened, I want to say that for Devin Haney, this has to be a blessing, bro. Because regardless if you look at it, people look at you as the villain. This is the most anybody has ever spoke about Devin Haney on multiple platforms, big platforms. So you got to be able to sit down, take this for what it's worth, and run with it. If you're gonna be the villain, be the villain. But your name is buzzing. What they say, all publicity is good publicity. Take it and run with it.
Officially, Devin Haney defended his undisputed lightweight status. The 4 belts. I think he gave away the email belt, right? So that's not a belt anymore.
Yeah.
So
he got
officially he defended it successfully against Lomachenko.
Right.
That's what officially happened, right?
Right.
That's actually what I saw happen. What did you see?
I bet on Lomachenko to win a decision.
We spoke about the fact that you were actually leaning towards Lomachenko the last video.
And I actually put my money where my mouth was. I bet Lomachenko to win a decision. That being said, Devin Haney won the fight. I could see how if Lomachenko would have closed out the 12th round like he did the 10th and 11th, you may have had an argument for a draw.
But he admitted that he lost the 12th round based off of the fact that he was comfortable that he won the fight.
Yeah, but he was misinformed.
Yeah, but he said he lost the 12th round. So for everybody trying to cape on Lomachenko, like, all right, he won 10, 11, 12. He said he gave away 12. Right?
It was a different fight in that 12th round. He was misinformed, and he didn't win the fight. It's really, if you know boxing, I've seen a lot of people who said, even Shakur said 8-4 or something like that, and he just said on I think
he went back.
Yes, he went Stamina back for Life. He did an interview with them, and he said he watched the fight back and Haney won the fight. It wasn't.
Tim Bradley went back.
Yeah,
and we know Tim Bradley is out there with his opinion. Sometimes he went back after all the hooping and hollering that he does. He went back. Cooler heads like Roy Jones saw it. I forgot the guy who said he saw it. But all this shows is this, right? All this shows is this. It shows that boxing isn't dead. This is one of the commentaries I was going to say. Boxing isn't dead. For all the talk about boxing being dead, boxing isn't dead, and it shows because you get so emotional about a guy that you don't even know, right? Half of these guys that are trying to cape for Lomachenko and coming up with all types of reasons why they gave Haney the fight. It's just an emotional response to them. On the how should I say it? I just want to side or err on being generous. I'm not gonna go nasty like some people. You know who you guys are that go straight in the gutter. I'm just gonna say that boxing brings out the emotional side of people, even professionals, even seasoned professionals. I know we do, and we're not immune from it too. We get emotional responses too, right? Because it's an emotional sport, and we can't run away from it. The early versions of the sport, and even today, they try to, dilute it. They try to cover it up. There's a racial component to the sport, right?
Beyond the race, I believe the majority of the people who are arguing the fact that Lomachenko won this fight, I believe a lot of them didn't even watch the fight. I'm
there's
sure a lot of them
people
didn't watch the fight. Not even believe. I'm positive a lot of them didn't watch the fight because of their arguments. But at the same time, the same people who are saying Lomachenko won the fight, he was robbed, and boxing is dead, they don't understand how by them carrying that narrative, them speaking about this fight, it proves that boxing isn't dead because all you're doing is breathing life into something that somebody who doesn't watch boxing, they didn't even know Loma and Devin Haney fought, but now everybody talking about it. How is it dead?
You started this by saying, listen, Devin Haney's first contract, Eddie Hearn had him all over the world, right? Nobody was interested in Devin Haney. I'm a Devin Haney fan. He knows this, right? He's not a definite the boxer. You know what I'm saying? His boxing style. But none of these guys who are so, gung-ho about this fight, and then now they're lying and talking about, I was really for Devin Haney in this fight. Listen, at the end of the day, most of these guys don't. I'm pretty sure they didn't know not only Haney, but they didn't really know Lomachenko either.
No, I bet you if you had some name 4 Lomachenko fights prior to this,
a lot of them just want to be seen, and we get that. But like I said, I'm actually not even going to worry about them. I'm not going to worry about them. I'm actually talking about the guys who actually are in the sport, and some guys that went totally low. Right? And guys who go low, when certain things that they say from before, when it comes proving that they're false, and it comes proving that they're wrong, they're not going to revisit it and be like, oh man, the same way I was loud, the same energy I had when I was talking total BS. Yeah, I know you're talking about. I was wrong. They're not going to do that, right? But anyway, and we met that guy too. We met that dude a couple of times, and he wasn't. But anyway, that's a different story.
They all play a part because when these people who go low, as you say, make these statements and find a crowd, a support system for these statements, all it does is build the sport because it builds interest. Even if they're saying nonsense, even if they're saying something that's totally untrue, if somebody tags along to it, that's one new person who doesn't like Devin Haney for a reason that they're not even sure why they don't like Devin Haney.
If anybody looks at this dude's record, trust me, this dude hasn't said a good word about Devin Haney in the past 4 years. Yeah. Anyway, as a matter of fact, the dude, Lomachenko, he was like, yo, he's scared to fight Lomachenko. Anyway, having said that, let's do this. Let's just jump off of them. They don't deserve any more press. Devin Haney. We're talking about Devin Haney. Right? We're talking about Devin Haney.
With some real passion. Not just speaking about him because he has a fight coming up. Right. We're speaking about Devin Haney as a real integral.
As far as the fight goes, you did a lot of good things. Right? You did a lot of good things. Your commitment to the body work was good. I thought that you gave up space. I get it. You gave up your ground to get to the body. But you didn't protect your chin. I don't know why. I never seen you do that before, but you didn't protect your chin. We were talking about how Loma was loading up on the straight left, power jabs, you want to call it, because it was just some power. Plus that puff hairstyle was knocking your head back, and you can see it. The body shot. I'm gonna have to lean on what you said. His lack of power.
He's gonna have to fight.
Is what Devin Haney. Your lack of power is what's causing all of this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fight a lot cleaner fights because of your lack of power. You're not gonna get somebody out of there.
Anybody with any type of pop hit Lomachenko as much as you hit Lomachenko to the body.
You gotta take a knee,
right?
Man.
He was gonna feel some stuff.
Technically perfect body shots.
We weren't seeing Lomachenko react to those clean body shots, right? And that's on you. You hit the heavy bags with all this type of power. You talk about how much power you have. You're gonna have to do something about that. I don't know if it's because
counter body shots.
I don't know if you're starving yourself and you don't have the power. I don't know if
some people just don't.
If you just don't have it, I don't know if you don't put your legs into it. But you did win the fight. People are talking about you.
Take it and run with it. You're the villain. Go ahead, run with it, man. You're gonna make more money as the villain, instead of being a nice guy.
Can we talk about a quick note again with the villain thing? And I know we talked about it. It was pretty funny. Devin, listen. A lot of people don't like you. We're not talking about them. We're talking about the objective people that look at you. Yo, you're a good kid. You're a good dude. And we were laughing when we saw you were ramping up yourself to go push Loma. And you're in total oh man, I'm in total goon mode. Nobody mess with me. Nobody F with me. And you bump the ring card girl. And your hand, you know what I'm saying? The fact that your body was in total goon mode, but your hand is nah, we're good dudes. And you kind of caress yourself oh, you okay? You know what I'm saying? Devin, Listen, again.
But he bought into the villain mode. Though.
He did buy into the villain mode. Now he did. Listen.
You got no choice. You realize you try to, you not even try to, because I think he's naturally a good person. And you being a good guy, you're not bad talking to anybody, being respectful. You're the undisputed champion, and people still find ways to hate and dislike you. You just got to take it.
Plus you got Bill in your corner. You got your dad in your corner. He seems like a pretty easy dude not to like. So I'm just saying, as long as he's in your corner, he'll give you, full goon mode all the time. And I'm just saying, if that's what you're going for, seeing that, listen, at the end of the day, you're gonna get paid. People want to see you. They might want to see you lose. Listen, guys, the idiot that threw the bottle at Bill Haney, man. Listen, you guys. Anyway, I won't even touch on that because, if that dude saw Bill Haney in the corner, he'll be asking him for a picture. So, y'all got to do better.
It depends. You don't know who that guy is that threw the bottle. Could be one of the Ukrainians that really don't care nothing about Bill.
That's okay, but no. I mean,
what do you think it should be next?
But again, for Devin Haney next, we talked about it and we both agreed, rematch Lomachenko. Get this heat. This heat is here, right? When anybody with any sense could look at this fight, we really pretty much saw one person that can improve on what they did Saturday night. That was you, right? That was Devin.
Loma gave everything that he had on Saturday night, and I think Devin Haney could definitely put it like this. I've been on Lomachenko for this fight. If they fought again, I wouldn't put any money on Lomachenko.
I don't think many people who
I think it's a clean win for Devin if they fight
people
again.
are trying to scream and holler that Lomachenko won the fight. They wouldn't either, So. He was crying in the locker room for a reason. He probably he figured he gave his all. And listen, close fights aren't robberies. We've seen robberies before. Yeah. Close fights. The fact that you get close fights are robberies, that's nonsense.
There's a lot of underlying tones in that.
Right, but also like I said, let's just chalk it up to emotion, right? Let's just chalk it up to people's emotions, and it does get the better of a lot of people, even experienced people who you might think should know better, and you guys should know better than to do this nonsense. But again, it is what it is. Right now, again, boxing. This year we don't need the nonsense, but you guys are still giving it to us anyway, and we can get it. So we have all these. I don't use the word casuals, but all these non-boxing fans that we don't see usually comment on boxing. We see now on you got the TV shows and stuff. They're on it, and they're talking about it. You have stars, singers that we've never seen in the boxing community before.
This is the most boxers I've seen on podcasts in a long time. On podcasts that are not geared towards boxing fans, so it's moving in the right direction. But a rematch, if he could convince Loma if they could get Loma in a rematch, that's the best bet.
And that's provided he could stay at 135. They say he made it right on the nose at 134.9. If he can do it. You probably have some heat and some money to make. Floyd didn't have that much pop once he moved up from 135, and you can prove to be a type of heel.
More pop than Haney got, man. Haney. But that fight was a talk of the town from Saturday all the way till last night.
You know what that fight reminded me of? Let me tell you what that fight reminded me of. A quick thing there. The death of Farrah Fawcett, right? And I know you were like, yo, what the hell are you going?
No, I think I remember. Michael Jackson?
Yeah. Farrah Fawcett died around like 11:30 in the morning.
I remember that. That's crazy.
Everything on the news, everything. Oh my God, the Charlie's Angel. Yeah. One of the America's Darlings. Everybody from 11:30 to around like 4:30 was nonstop. Farrah Fawcett. I'm pretty sure people changed their broadcast. Like, yo, Farrah Fawcett, everything's Farrah Fawcett. She died. Oh my God. Then around like 5:30, Michael Jackson died.
It was over for Farrah Fawcett.
I'm pretty sure even some people in Farrah Fawcett's family were like, oh, Michael Jackson died. I can't believe Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's a beautiful analogy.
So that's what's going on. People are so hot and heavy about Lomachenko. Pretty much Loma. Listen, a lot of dudes just wanted to get certain other things out, and they use your name to try to get it out. And now that's something we have something real.
It's over for that. I don't want
real. I'm saying that we have something real.
Real.
Listen, man. Listen. You saw me last year. You saw me up to the point where we saw the Crawford and the I don't give a shit guy. We saw I don't give a shit. That's what you saw. Crawford against I don't give a shit. And when you saw how I was when that fight got signed, you saw how I was.
It was disheartening, man.
And I said, I'm done. I am done with these two. I am done. Trust me, guys. You guys might see me. You guys want to give me some smoke. But I called you guys every name under the book. I'm sorry, right? So because listen, man,
Yeah.
Crawford Spence, July 29th.
Mm-hmm. Projected.
We saw little clips from Pitbull. He was gonna fight under Crawford Spence undercards, like, but they
Frank Martin said he got fight.
Frank Martin had a fight, like, but wait, they didn't release this fight yet. What are these guys talking about?
The talk was the 22nd, but now
it was the 22nd, and now it's official. Both camps agreed to come out with the promos, not just internet promos. So, listen, man, I don't care what anybody says. This is my sport. For all the people that I'm done with boxing. Boxing is this, boxing is that. Listen, forget y'all. Y'all can go to the side.
It's the Super Bowl.
This is my man, Spence Crawford. We know who we talk about, like, you know, who would win. Like you said, we'll probably get into that a little later. But, man, let me tell you something, man. We have... Let's go back in history. Oscar Trinidad, right? It's the last time we had a legit, straight-up super fight. Oscar Trinidad, right? 2 undefeated welterweights. They're going to meet to get unified. It wasn't Oscar Purnell because I think Purnell lost. Sugar Ray.
Hold on, but this is so crazy. You said that's the last legit super
no,
fight.
this is what I'm saying. No. Listen, I'm going. No, because Wilder and Joshua totally effed this up. Now, if you want to call, I'm not gonna call Wilder and Fury a super fight. Fury just got off the rehab center. He just got out the rehab center.
But Benavidez playing. He lost to Canelo, but that's to show you how good this year is.
What I'm talking about is, I'm gonna say super fight based off of undefeated.
Yeah, undefeated.
Right, undefeated belt holder. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna call Canelo. It's not a super fight. It's a fight that boxers wanted. You know, that boxing fans wanted, but it wasn't stars. Benavidez wasn't a star, and Plant is definitely not a star. Right. Sugar Ray Hearns. Come on, superstars. Right? The Motor City Cobra against the Sugar Man. So, at the time Sugar Ray had one loss to Duran, he came back. But, at the time of Sugar Ray Hearns, I mean, it was the talk of the town. Right? So, we're talking Oscar Tito Trinidad, Sugar Ray Hearns. Well, before Sugar Ray Hearns, Tyson Spinks. Now, people don't remember that was an undefeated unified fight, but, undisputed fight. Spinks had some things going on with his belt, but it was unified. I think they already gave it to Mike in the form of a fashion like how they gave Haney the email champion. They didn't have email or something yet, but it was something going on. But the fight was going to be solidified when he fought Spinks. We don't count it as a super fight because Mike, Mike is Mike. He's super popular, so everything he did was super. But it was a super fight, and the way that it, ended, it was like. Okay, so it was just literally a showcase for Mike, but it actually was a super fight. Undefeated heavyweight champion Michael Spinks, undefeated heavyweight champion Mike Tyson. I was a little kid, right? So a little before your time, but I was a little kid, but I remember. Listen, it was all over, right? Ali, listen. That's before my time.
Nico Ali Walsh?
No. Nico Ali Walsh. Yo. Sorry, he's a bum, man. He's a bum. Anyway, man. But anyway, Ali, listen. Go get your money, man. Go do your thing. Your grandpops is your grandpops. But it is what it is, man. No, listen. I don't care, son. It's Crawford Spence. I don't care, son. Anyway, man.
Oh, man.
Ali was actually in a couple of them. So Ali was in his first super fight. He was a challenger, right? But we knew it was like, he was almost like the second coming. We didn't know it was going to be against Sonny Liston. But, boom, he beat Sonny Liston. Then Frazier. Right? So when Ali came out of prison, he lost the belt, but he didn't lose the belt in the ring.
In the ring, yeah.
Right? Frazier had his belt. So now, all of a sudden, Ali Frazier, super fight. As you can see, they made several documentaries off of Ali Frazier. Right? One, literally shut down countries, shut down wars, conflicts to see Ali Frazier. You know what I'm saying? It's literally, so it's bigger than the fight. Guys, Crawford, Spence may not be household names like we just talked about. You may not have a Oscar De La Hoya in it. You may not have a Mike Tyson in it. We don't have an Ali in it. But listen, as far as the fight game goes, this is right here in line with what I was just talking about.
Yeah.
We were supposed to get Joshua Wilder. That would have been next in line. But we know what happened, right? With both of them. This fight is big, man. This fight is big.
I did all my cross-referencing. I went on Terrence Crawford's website. His next bout is July 29th as of the website. Terrence Crawford, who doesn't post anything on social media for the most part. He posts him in an Aquaman suit with the big fish on a trident.
Crawford and I don't give a shit. He was that just sprung right on us. Right. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do any promotion for that.
And then Errol posted yesterday his first day of sparring on Instagram. So I've been watching the little clues. We still haven't gotten an official announcement from Showtime, PBC, anyone on that team yet. But
Espinosa hasn't spoken yet, right?
No. You know Espinosa not going to speak. First time you're going to hear Espinosa speak is probably at the press conference. But it's locked in, man.
A lot of credible sources, and you know we do check in with a couple of guys on Fox and so on, as you mentioned, confirm that this is what's going to happen.
And not only did a lot of credible sources approve or say, yeah, this is really happening, or confirm it. You know, Crawford is good for throwing it in everybody's face when they got it wrong. He would have been on Twitter and laughing at people.
Yeah, right.
If it wasn't happening, trust me, he would have said something slick. Errol would have said something slick. I think it's definitely happening, man. And it's the best fight in boxing to be made.
I'm saying that I told you they weren't going to get me again, and I was done with them. I was wrong. Listen, for a guy like me, when I get these types of fights, again, even though I know the general public and again, you know, I'm not gonna say casuals, but the general public, they don't see Sugar Ray Hearns, they don't see Oscar Tito Trinidad, they don't see Tyson Spinks, and they don't see Ali Frazier in this, right? And I'm not saying that as far as the magnitude for the general public, this is this, but for me, this is this.
I think
Crawford Spence is this.
They can get the general public to view it as that. We have 9 weeks until the fight. It's not like Tank and Ryan when it was only 6 weeks. I feel like the disadvantage is these guys aren't as popular as Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, but the advantage is they have more weeks to promote this fight. I feel like whereas with Ryan and Tank, they went straight social media promoting that fight. Everything was on social media. I feel like they got to do the groundwork. Terrence and Errol gonna have to go on ESPN, Sports Center, sit down and talk.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they both.
By the time the fight comes around, I feel like people are gonna understand how epic and important
they both have good relationships with ESPN. We know Spence has been a Fox guy himself.
Bud still got a good relationship with ESPN.
No, I'm saying ESPN. I'm pretty sure Max Kellerman is gonna bring him on.
I mean, they're gonna have him on.
Yeah, so there's something. Yeah. I mean, this morning on the talk shows that would literally be the LeBron James News Network.
Yeah, you got Skip and Shannon talking about them.
You have ESPN and Skip and Shannon talking about Crawford and Spence just based off of what we just saw yesterday.
This guy dropped. Who's on Fox and he's known for mostly NASCAR. He's talking about Errol Spence and Crawford. So trust me, this fight, people will feel the importance of this fight by the time the fight rolls around, and it's gonna be big. I feel like people are saying it's gonna be better, but not bigger than Tank. I think it's gonna be bigger and better than Tank.
It's gonna be bigger just
Tank and Ryan.
If you love something within your own community, right, then the outside will feel it, right? And that's what's going to happen with this. Trust me, people, the boxing community, people outside the boxing community, again, the people who we were talking about earlier, they don't understand how the boxing community feels about boxing. Again, we're doing this right here. Thousands of people are doing this right here. And the only thing that they're talking about today, and as of last night, guys were running to record, is Crawford, Spence, Crawford, right? Yeah, and when this was a rumor, we had months worth of conversations where every time we met, hours in, texting, what we think of, what was going to happen, what we thought, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And that's off of rumors. Here, the fact that that's all that we're going to be talking about. I'm sorry, T.O. I'm sorry, Tio. I'm sorry.
When Tio fight? Tio fight in June, right?
Yeah, I hope.
We got a new way in Fulton the week before.
A new way in Fulton.
Spence and Crawford.
I hope. You said we had a small fight with Montana and Richardson Hitchens. Mm-hmm. Again, the boxing community has stuff, and this year you've blessed us, and we're gonna take it.
Man. 2020,
right?
They're gonna do documentaries about 2023,
right?
In terms of
the end of the year, I think we're supposed to get Joshua and Wilder finally. So, but we're so fixated on Spence, Crawford, Spence right now that eventually those outside, they're like, man, I'm done with boxing. Boxing is bullshit. Listen, it's at the point right now where we do not care.
We don't care what's on the undercard.
We do not care. Do you understand what I'm saying? We do not care. We literally, this is not a fight where it's like, oh, I need to be in a group to see this. Or no, this is something that the boxing community, listen, I could be in, I don't know, by myself. I hate to say what would have to happen for me not to watch this fight. Mm-hmm. I would hate to say it because I'll disappoint a bunch of people who think that they're more important than this fight. Not that there isn't, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, listen, this fight, Crawford, Spence, come on.
I just hope that they could both stay healthy for these 9 weeks, man.
Listen, you guys took my soul last year, man. I hated you guys. But I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I'm good now.
I just want them both to stay healthy for this 9 weeks. That's all. That's my only.
So much so
concern.
that he had to pretty much like, listen, we can't do this as far as a preview of what's gonna happen. He had to warn me. Let's not get in. Yeah. So I'm trying not to get in.
We got 9 weeks to talk about all that, man.
Listen.
But this is just an appreciation. This is just the excitement and how happy you are that it seems like it's actually happening after all these years. It's actually happening, and it's the biggest fight in boxing.
So everybody who watches this, share it. Again, comment, like, subscribe.
Let us know what you think.
And tell anybody that you know, even that has a fleeting interest in boxing. Crawford Spence is on. This is the best fighting the best as far as we know.
For everything.
It's about like 6 or 7 months late, but we're literally talking the legit number 1 versus the legit number 2. Now, mind you, some people might want to say who's number 1 and number 2. As far as officially, it's Crawford number 1, Spence number 2. But there is a little space between them. There's not that much space between them as far as between number 1 and number 2.
And there's people like me who argue that it should be the other way.
That's what I'm saying. So this fight is it. We haven't had this in a very long time. We're not talking about the number 1 and 2 welterweights. We're talking about the number 1 and 2 pound for pound best fighters, period. Yep. So this fight is it. Anybody who watches this, like, tell anybody. Crawford Spence. Like I heard, it's Crawford Spence. And let's see if we can get this on, man. Right?
Yeah, man. This is it, man.
We're not going to worry about the bullshit. Sorry for cursing, but not going to worry about the nonsense surrounding or what people say about boxing or what may transpire or this is fight. Crawford Spence takes care of everything. This is the cologne, this is the perfume that takes care of everything in my book.
100% locked in. It's gonna be hard to even care about these fights coming up in between this fight, man. It's that serious. It's that important, and it's that big that a lot of these fights that mean something when in the grand scale really don't mean anything in comparison to this fight.
Not to this fight.
So
that's like the reason why we're talking about, like, wow, this might be one of the biggest years for boxing, period, out of everybody. It's because of this fight. Mm-hmm.
And we might get 2 because supposedly the loser has 30 days to trigger a rematch, and it has to happen before the end of the year. Yeah. So we might see these guys in the ring twice. Who knows, man? But let's just see them in there. Let's
just see them step up. Let's see the bell ring, and let's see them, touch gloves and go on and do it. But again,
let's start with a press conference first.
Right? So let's not go much further because I start to go in who I think of is what, and that's another hour conversation again.
We got a lot of time.
So again, the half of Derek.
You already know, man.
Like, subscribe.
Share this one. Let us know what you think.
And comment. And you guys can comment and let us know who you think is going to win.
Yeah.
And
we'll
how
definitely
it's going to go.
On that
and we'll definitely try to answer all your comments again. But again, share this video and also share the fact that this fight is going down. This is the fight.
Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell somebody.
This is the fight, folks. I mean, literally, we're talking Oscar De La Hoya Trinidad. So just check to see when last that was. That's this right here. So let's go.
All right, guys.
Sports
Center.
Center.
We out of here.
Yeah.